Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here today. My name is Lindsay Potter. I am the head gardener here at the Yarn Garden in Charlotte, Michigan, and I'm excited to come to you today for an episode of Off the Workbench. So, Off the Workbench is a series of episodes where we're going to do yarn reviews of yarns that I'm excited to share with you, my friends and customers of the Yarn Garden. So, the first yarn that we are going to talk about, or the only yarn we're going to talk about today, is a brand spanking new yarn from Kelbourne Woolens. Kelbourne Woolens is a fabulous team of women that are in Pennsylvania, and they own Kelbourne Woolens, and they have a beautiful selection of yarns that they get to create and get all the colors and name them all. And I think that that could be such a fun job in the industry. Anyway, I'm coming to you today because I want to review their brand spanking new yarn. This is called Cozy. This yarn is called Cozy. So let's come up close so you guys can take a look at the adorable yarn label. One thing I love that Kelbourne Woolens does is they always design an adorable little whimsical, little detail that talks about or displays, emotes the emotions that they're hoping to convey with this yarn. So Cozy is a 70% superwash merino wool, 30% easy wash alpaca. Now, this is the first time that I have ever heard of easy wash alpaca. So I have an email on my tablet here from Kelbourne, and it answers some questions about Cozy. So I wanted to make sure that I am giving the correct information. And that happened to be a question that they, a frequently asked question that they addressed here. So what is easy wash alpaca? So according to Kelbourne Woolens, easy wash alpaca is alpaca fiber that has been treated with an enzyme to make it machine washable. What? Alpaca that is machine washable? Shut the front door. This treatment is more environmentally friendly than other superwash treatments. So then that begs the question, is Cozy washable? And the brilliant news is, yes, it is. Projects made with Cozy can go through the washing machine. They have successfully washed Cozy samples on both wool and regular settings. That being said, they do not recommend putting them through the dryer, which is kind of just a good general rule anyway for anything that you are creating, be it knit, crochet, sew, anything that you're making. The dryer puts a lot of stress on your finished objects, no matter what the fiber content might be. So even though something really bad might not happen by drying it, you will preserve the way that your finished objects look when you can lay those things out to dry. So another question that was frequently asked, why did we choose superwash wool instead of easy wash wool? And the main reason, because easy wash wool did felt on a regular wash cycle. So they wanted to make sure they could preserve the washability for Cozy. So I love that this is a yarn that Kelbourne has created. One of my favorite ways that they describe Cozy, let me make sure I use the right words because it was perfection. It made me want to get my fingers right in it. Cozy is a light worsted yarn that's incredibly soft, easy to care for, and perfect for everyday making. A comforting, practical, and indulgent blend of fine superwash merino and easy wash alpaca, Cozy is the cashmere sweatpants of yarn. I love that. Cashmere sweatpants of yarn. If that doesn't scream luxury, like cashmere sweatpants and indulgent, I don't know what does. Okay, that's Cozy in a nutshell from the words, straight from Kelbourne Woolens. Let's talk label details. So I already held that up for you guys to see. It is, again, a 70-30 superwash merino, 30% easy wash alpaca. This is a 100-gram skein, comes packaged in a hank like this. 201 yards, or 183 meters for 100 grams. They are labeling this as a number 3, although calling it a light worsted. So we're right on that line of worsted to DK weight. Gauge recommendation, so label recommendation for gauge, 20 to 22 stitches to 4 inches using a US 5 to a 7 needle, or an F or a G crochet hook for my crochet friends. So again, label says hand wash or machine wash cold, dry flat, low iron, do not tumble dry. So again, we are so excited to be carrying this yarn. Cozy retails for $24.95, and there are 25 colors. 25 colors. Let me step aside so you guys can see. 25 colors. And we are lucky enough that we were able to order all 25 colors. So here we're going to do a quick scan down. There are all 25 colors. They've got some beautiful neutrals down here at the bottom. I'm just going to spotlight a few of my favorites. I don't want to make a huge long video with every single color, but maybe I should. Let's do it. Why not? Okay, so let me put this color back. We're going to start at the top and work our way down and just give you a quick look at all 25 colors. So this is number 302 Juniper. 302 Juniper. And I'm trying to get it to focus in. Okay, I got to cover up my face. I think that's the key. So that is Juniper, a gorgeous dark green. Here is Olive. Olive is a lovely color also. Let's see if it will focus. There we go. So there's Olive. This is one of my favorites. Although I love this chartreusey color. Oh, this is Peridot. Peridot, that's actually my birthstone. My birthday's in August. So that is Peridot. Next up, I believe this is Butter. Who doesn't love a good slice of butter? There is Butter. Beautiful shade of yellow. And then, of course, we've got our gold fans. This is Maize. So as you guys can see, Cozy is available in store right now. So you can order it on our website, which is yarngardenmichigan.com. This color is caramel. I ordered 2 bags of this color because I am going to knit a sample of some kind out of this color. It's funny, it matches my shirt that I'm wearing today. This is not normally a color that I gravitate towards, but I think it's a beautiful neutrally kind of color. So that will one of these days become a sample. This is Terracotta. Terracotta, a gorgeous pumpkin-y fall color, very much like the color of my hat I'm wearing today. This is Ruby. Ruby. This is a pretty red. It's a pretty rusty red, kind of an orangey red shade. Here we have Dusty Rose. Dusty Rose. That is a gorgeous, I like to call these colors kind of a grown-up pink color. Where's my magenta dark, like these vibrant pink colors? This is called Beetroot. Beetroot, which is kind of funny. Like, isn't a beet a root? So do you have to say beetroot? Well, it is what it is. Here we have Rose Quartz. Rose Quartz. This is a beautiful kind of peachy pink. Another one of those, like, it's not Barbie pink. It's not really little girl pink, but I think it could be used for a beautiful child's garment. Here we have Iris, starting to get into the purple shades. This is Iris, a gorgeous color. Next up is Eggplant. Next up is Eggplant, a beautiful dark purple. We're making good time getting through these colors here. Delft Blue. I meant to look up what that means. D-E-L-F-T. Delft Blue. It's kind of a beautiful, like, china blue. It's very pretty. This is Robin's Egg Blue. I always appreciate Kelbourne. They do a fabulous job with their color palettes. Coming up with some unexpected colors. They do some really great colors that are like kind of indefinable. Like, what kind of color is that exactly? like mint. Is mint a blue color or a green color? This same question sparked a giant debate one time at my social knitting group, and it was quite a conversation that we had, that this kind of middle color, is it blue or is it green? It was kind of an intense conversation. Here we have sage. This is the color sage. So now we're a little more blue greens versus the more yellow greens that we looked at up here. And of course, my favoriteest of all time favorite color, this is dark teal. Dark teal. I'm thinking it might be looking a little more blue in the camera. It is a really gorgeous dark teal color. Here is Marina, a beautiful blue, darker shade of blue. Love it. And here, this is navy. So navy and Marina are very similar, but navy is definitely trending more like of a purpley navy. And let me bring Marina back so you can see Marina is more of a tealy navy, dark blue anyway. All right, one more row, and it is some beautiful shades of neutral grays. Here, of course, we have a black. Black, like a true black, is kind of a hard color to find. And this is really a really beautiful shade. So I don't know if it's the alpaca. I mean, I know that merino can tend to have a little bit of a shine to it, but this cozy, this tends to have a little bit of a kind of shine look to it. This color is pigeon gray. Pigeon gray. So a little bit shiny. Not like I would say shiny like it looks like there's silk in it, but there's definitely a sheen to the yarn. This is lunar gray. Lunar gray. Thanks for sticking with me so far, you guys. I've got two more colors to share. This is ice gray. Ice gray. So this is actually a really beautiful, almost a light blue. It's very icy. It is called ice gray. What do you know? All right, and last but not least, this is natural. So just an undyed look. It's getting a little blown out in my camera here, but that is undyed, called natural. So I had an opportunity to knit with this yarn. I got a tiny little ball, like this was all I could create out of the tiny little ball of cozy that I received ahead of time. But it was so dreamy to knit with. It just slid through really nicely. It is a plied yarn. I believe is it 2-ply or 3-ply? Let me just see if I can pull this apart. It is a 3-ply, 2-ply, 2-ply, 3-ply. It is a 3-ply. I have determined it is a 3-ply. So this will make juicy, plump, lovely cables. It would have fabulous stitch definition. You can kind of see that here. I've got a garter stitch border with some eyelets down here. This is how I know what size needle I used when I made my swatch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I used a US 8 needle on my swatch. And this is actually a little bit bigger now than what the yarn label is recommending. So this is a little bit looser than the pattern is recommending. I would definitely stick with something a little bit smaller than an 8 for two reasons. Superwash merino wool is already notorious for stretching out, because when superwash merino goes through the process to become a superwash, you're getting rid of the thing that makes a wool sticky or makes it felt. You're getting rid of those scales somehow. So that means then that the yarn is going to be slippery. It's going to have a slick surface, so it could tend to stretch. And alpaca is already notorious for that because it is structured differently than wool. So the fact that they're making this easy care, I'm wondering if that might contribute to being a little bit stretchy. So I would say we would want to keep that in mind when we are creating our projects. Definitely, if you're making a garment, something that needs to be a little sturdier, I would stick with that smaller needle size and a little bit tighter gauge. But this was really lovely to knit with. And if you know me at all, if you followed my journey as the head gardener here at the Yarn Garden, you know that I really detest describing a yarn as soft. I do, because your feelers on your fingers or your neck or your head or wherever you're wearing your project are different than mine. And what someone thinks feels like something that's soft versus scratchy or itchy is totally different. So soft to me is very subjective. But when you squeeze a skein of Cozy, it is so squeezable, squishy, and the surface does feel very smooth. And I think that it knits up with a very nice hand. So is it soft? Yes. Subjectively, my opinion is yes, I think that Cozy is really soft. And again, I always come back to the description that Kelbournes in their email to us, they call it cashmere sweatpants. Like, what an indulgent thing cashmere sweatpants would be, but still within reason, still within price point, right? This is $24.95 for 100 grams. So you're not paying a cashmere price tag, that's for darn sure. So again, this is Cozy, doing a quick little review of a brand new yarn here at the Yarn Garden. There are some designs forthcoming right from Kelbourne Woolens. We also have a bundle over on Ravelry if you are looking for a little bit of pattern inspiration. But hey, make sure you're checking out while you're scrolling through Ravelry, which we all do. Make sure that you're checking out patterns that are like 22 stitches to 4 inches. That DK weight gauge will be perfect for Cozy. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm so glad that you're here with me, and I look forward to our next episode of Reviewing Yarns. Have a great day.